voices. Where am I? I know this place. I've been here before. I've been here my entire life. I'm trapped in here. These stairs. I'm climbing these stairs again. I need to get out. The voices are calling me. My old music box. It's broken. I have to fix my old music box. I have to get it. I have to... Those horrible dreams again. I've had them repeatedly ever since my mother died and left me that music box in her will. Harry always said that old family heirloom had something to do with my family's strange disease. If the doctors won't give us an answer about your illness, I'll search for one myself, you said. And in that search, it seems you lost yourself. I don't think I'd ever...
Pardon me, madam, but the island is in sight. We'll be lowering the boat in just a minute.
Oh, thank you so much, Captain Hodgson. I'll be right out. All right, time to gather my things. I'd always dreamed of traveling. Though it's not the same without you, Harry. Captain Hodgson has a very particular taste when it comes to decor. Oh my, I have the worst memory. I forgot the combination again. Thank goodness I always bring my journal with me to write things down. All right, now it's open. This strange and sharp relic came in the package I received at home. I saw this island in one of my unsettling dreams. I drew it as soon as I woke up. Harry Everhart, my husband, my partner, and my dear old pal. A brass key with the letters CW engraved on it, and some enigmatic... I received a I love this song. I received a mysterious package at my house. I stored all its contents in my locked suitcase. Oh, I'd better cover up my hands before I leave the cabin. I wouldn't want anyone thinking I'm a circus freak. The amazing Nora Everhart, art teacher. Merveilles
We're
de
all
Mer
set,
du
madam.
Sud.
The motorboat is
Marvels
ready.
of the Southern Seas, I think. Okay, Nora. From here on out, you're on your own.
Lower the motorboat. And be careful with Mrs. Everhart's equipment, lads. We'll be back to pick you up in 3 days. I really hope you find your husband there, madam.
I hope it too. I'll see you in 3 days then.
Please be careful on that island. You know what the legends say about it?
I'll take care. Thank you, Captain Hodgson. Well, here I am, of the ocean after traveling across the world. Just miles away from husband is supposed to be. You left a year to search for a cure for my affliction. The letters kept me close to you, but suddenly they stopped coming. What happened, Opal? What did you find? Whatever it was, it led you to hire a crew and set sail from San Francisco to Tahiti, and from there to this place. An island in the middle of the Pacific. Locals refuse to even name. Everything is familiar. So familiar. As impossible as that may sound. Is this the island I dreamed about? This can't be a coincidence. Breathtaking, idyllic island, surrounded by deadly reef, protected with stakes to keep anybody from entering. Why? There's definitely something strange about this place. Okay, Harry. Let's see if I can find any trace of you around. I'll leave my boat until I find somewhere to camp. No, it's just resonance, but I do love listening to the sea in them. Looks like it opens from the other side. A tent. So somebody was on this island recently. A miniature va'a, a Polynesian outrigger canoe. Beautifully crafted, too. This machete is completely worn down. The blade is dull. A note written in French. I only understand 2 words, île and mort, island and death. It must be a warning about the dangers of the island. I feel quite good. I dare say I might even walk a little faster than usual. Those markings seem to represent the sea. I'll make a note of them in my journal. It might come in handy. These wooden figures are called Unu. This seems to be telling a story. It may look peaceful, but clearly somebody wants to keep outsiders off this. From what I've read, the Polynesians don't. So they build such a big one. Something's missing here. Well, that did something. This box. CW. Those are the initials on the brass key. It opens it. So whoever sent me this key was here. This is starting to look like a scavenger hunt. A carving tool. Well, look what's hidden here. Works. This may be the first time I trespass a private property. My childhood in Newburyport wasn't exactly the most thrilling thing. Is that Harry? Harry, you were here! You were here and I found you, damn it. Where are you now? Where is everybody? Where did you and all your crew go? Lady Shannon? That name sounds familiar. I'd better check my journal. A mechanical bridge? That doesn't fit in with Polynesian traditions either. It's been years since I took such a long walk. This fresh air is doing me wonders. What a beautiful mountainous landscape. This sort of pond is a Polynesian fishing technique. There's another symbol inside it. Now that I've crossed half the world, I wouldn't mind crossing the other half. But I have to do it with you, old pal. my, this is so beautiful. What were these birds called? Lorikeets. Cole's lorikeets. Rays of sunlight shining through. Another symbol. This looks like cargo from an earlier voyage, long before Harry's expedition. There are lorikeet feathers scattered around this uni. I'll draw the symbol in my journal. A shortcut. That's convenient. That's a vivo, a flute that the Polynesians play with their nose. I won't be... Harry said that he would go to the end of the world to find a cure. And by the looks of it, he wasn't lying. We promised we'd never lie to each other from the moment we started dating. No, how harsh the truth. This reminds me of those slot machines that Harry and I saw at the Atlantic City Pier, but a Polynesian version. Well, I guess I hit the jackpot. That's my ticket across the river, then. motorboat. It's gone. And I had my luggage in it. All my things gone. And the tide was so weak, it couldn't have carried the boat away. What happened here? Steady now. How long have I been walking? I've lost track of the time. Wow, what is this place? I'd better have a look around this abandoned village. Harry's crew might have stayed here. The Everhard expedition. They set up camp here. Looks like some of the crew members didn't get along too well. A forbidden ritual? Fascinating.
Let me record it. So, you said you've been on this island before.
Yes. Some years ago. I made a rookie mistake. I detoured from my fishing route to go to what looked like a better spot. Less than an hour had gone. But when suddenly, my canoe overturned. And I got this lovely souvenir from that mistake.
Heavens, what gave you that scar?
It's not a what, but a who. I don't know. I didn't get a good look at it. But it seemed like a sea creature I never seen. Anyway, I was lucky enough to reach that Whitesand beach. The one where we landed on the island. A man came 3 days later and got me out of there. He brought me to the port of Papeete without speaking a single word. Time passed, and I promised myself that I would go on with my life and forget about this damn island.
Why did you agree to return to the island then?
I need to know what happened to me, to discover the truth. I don't know if you get me.
Absolutely.
So now you believe in magic, old pal? Polynesian man covered in tattoos. I'm not sure if he looks angry or scared. Well? What well? It's some sort of Polynesian coat of arms. Is that an octopus? Something's missing inside that emblem. It's broken, but I might as well draw what I can see of it in my journal. Blowing an ancient hatch with dynamite sounds like a fool's errand to me. Ooh, looks like someone didn't like you very much, Harry. This fella sounds pretty hot-headed. I've never cared much for games of chance. Who worries this much about their appearance in a place like this? Nice comb. His real name was Costas? Looks like this fellow was a real heartbreaker. Quite a looker. A fashion model, maybe. Very neat. They were packing a lot of heat when they came to this island, but they took all the guns with them. I'm not sure what to expect on this island, but I hope I won't regret not having a gun. Damn it. Someone on the expedition died. He seems confused, as if he was having a hard time writing this down. A farewell message from a friend. I never thought that this expedition would cause anybody's death. I'm sure Harry never thought so either. If he'd known this was going to happen, he'd never have come here. Did they use all the dynamite? Explosives. Looks dangerous. I hadn't been close to a grave since my mother's burial. Shortly after she died, my lovely Dalmatian spots, as Harry used to call them, appeared. We thought it at first. They used the emblem as a headstone for Roy's grave. This one resembles a shark. They're composed of 4 pieces. What a tiki, like something straight out of an adventure novel. Oh, I must have found the luxury huts. Pretty swanky. Look at him, giddy as a schoolboy. Icor? I've seen Harry keep even restaurant checks for bookkeeping. He would never tear up a piece of valuable information. Got it. It's been ripped out of something else. The parts of the tiki on this column seem movable. A secret compartment. What mess did you get into, Harry? What kind of stone is this? I've never seen any substance quite like it. This appears to be the shrine of a Polynesian chieftain. Wow, really old photo. The island is wearing a lot of tribal ornaments, but none of them seem Polynesian. That Frank seems to feel guilty for whatever happened. I feel really bad for him. More drawings. Considering how poorly Harry draws, this isn't half bad. Interesting. You put together quite an expedition, Harry. And all just for little old me. Black ooze. The Harry Everhart I know would never have given up on this. Something must have happened that kept him from solving it. I'm not really sure how this thingamajig works, or what to do with it.
My dear old pal, I know you won't ever read this letter, but I'm accustomed to writing you and it comforts me in this strange place. This island is riddled with secrets. So many secrets. But I'm not only talking about mechanisms and contraptions, Nora. I dare say that something on the island clouds one's judgment. Otherwise, I don't have an explanation for Roy's actions. The man was arrogant, impulsive, and a little cocky, but he was no fool. We weren't friends by any means, but he didn't deserve what happened to him. Nobody deserves that. We may have made some progress in finding the cure for your illness, but at what price? I miss you so much, Nora. Harry.
He may not say it, but Harry blames himself for Roy's death. I know him too well. And I too, Harry. Harry hated asking his parents for money to fund this expedition. The Everharts are a wealthy Boston family. Quite old-fashioned. Were never really pleased with his eldest marrying a middle-class girl. That's why he wanted to get away from as soon as he could. Just like his siblings did after him. The enormous stone slab looks like a mechanism to get up to the outcrop. How is that possible? What fascinating technology. Oh my! black ooze again. Skin alterings. Like the ones on my hands. Heavens, he's losing his mind. Cripes! This man was splashed with that black liquid. Whoever took this picture must have a really cool head. Those spots look all too familiar. Is this a picture of my erythrocytes? Aren't those red blood cells? Ugh, I can't stand the smell of medical equipment. Reminds me of my illness. A medical bed soaked in blood. I'd better shit. It happened. They shouldn't have either. Is this stone structure a hatch of some sort? Well then, I'm going down. Come on, deep breath. I can press these star-shaped tiles. Is something? Hello? Is anyone down here? This eye. Are these ornamental? Or something else? Were these eyes related to the ritual? I hear it. I'd better draw it just in case. Oh, the whispering, it stopped. Was I imagining all that? How old is this mural? It looks really ancient. It depicts a ritual of some sort. What are they doing to this? Maybe he heard the whispers too. Well, this looks like another job by Harry. You were close to something here, Harry. Let me see if I can solve it. It's easy. This should save some time. Where did you get this strange device, Harry? I believe this symbol means humble gawker of glamorous indie games. Brilliant. Yes, I think I solved it. I wonder what I might be able to see with this lens. Jeepers! A ship. It fits. What? What on earth? What is happening? God, what was that I saw? What were those stars? An amulet with a carved Marquesian cross. A symbol. Look at this little fellow. Right, looks like I solved it. Great Scott! Oh, no. There was filling up. That's black ooze! No, no, no. What's happening? What's happening? I'm feeling faint again. What is this? Where am I? Am I dreaming again? This is different. It isn't my recurring dream. I can't stop walking. My legs aren't responding. Holy Moses, what is that creature on the horizon? Wait a moment, no! Ah! water! I have to get back. I have to find... What is that? What kind of creature is this? I need to get a closer look. What happened? Oh. How did I get to this beach? Oh, I have a terrible headache. That ship! Torn apart and cast so far up the beach. What on earth could have happened to it? Terrified. I've always been afraid of storms, but something, or someone, seems to be moving there on the reefs. Or is it just my imagination? My God. The ship's hull was ripped open. A few jagged rocks couldn't have caused a gash of this size.
Open fire! It's gone. For now. What the hell's Braddock, damn it?
Braddock is dead, Captain. The same beast what dragged Sil into the water killed him.
Jesus. The ship's sinking!
No, it isn't sinking. Something is dragging us down to the deep! Ah!
Sweet Jesus, those screams. And what were those beasts that attacked them? Oh, this place gives me the creeps. I can't see any trace of the ship's crew, nor their remains. That voice... is that... Harry? No, just a recording.
The Lady Shannon has run aground. Its crew is unaccounted for. 5 of us have survived, but we're stranded on this island. Please send help immediately.
The ship was whaling not far from here.
This is a distress call from the Everhart expedition. 74 nautical miles east of Tahiti.
Even the crew of the ship that brought Harry's expedition to this island were afraid of it.
Unaccounted for. 5 of us have survived.
This is the captain's last entry.
Stranded on this island. Please send help immediately.
Frank is certainly a resourceful man.
This is a distress call from the Everhart expedition. 74
What were you
nautical
looking
miles
for in the heart of the
east
island?
Tahiti. The Lady Shannon has run aground. Its crew is unaccounted for.
Maybe the
5 of us
legend is
have
more
survived,
real than it
but
seems.
we're stranded on this island. Please send
Black
help
Ooze's
immediately.
properties are perplexing.
This is a distress call
And
from
I
the
was
Everhart
completely covered in that black goo.
74 nautical miles east of Tahiti. The Lady Shannon has run aground. Its crew is unaccounted for. Edie. The Lady Shannon has run aground. Its
These
crew
knobs must control the vibrations inside this chamber.
5 of us have survived, but we're stranded on this island. Please send help immediately.
All green. Now, what exactly did I do?
Please send help immediately. This is immediately. This is a distress call from the Everhart expedition. 70 on the ground. Its crew is unaccounted for. 5 of us have survived.
Only God knows how long I've been covered in this black liquid. I wonder what it's going to do to me. Although I doubt anything could be worse than my illness. At last, some light. That should make things easier. Looks like they took items from the stranded ship. I don't know if someone in the expedition was a cook, but the expedition only has 5 members now. Someone here had a green thumb. Photograph. My God. Look at his contorted face. Is this what's going to happen to me? Those footprints definitely do not look human. This picture is taken from a distance. What is he doing? Hey, this sailor is a dead ringer for my grandpa Isaiah. The menu is rather limited here.
Is this recording? Mm-hmm. Well, shouldn't we be listening to something, Frank?
I have assembled and disassembled it twice. So it should be fixed, Mr. Everhart. I don't know. Maybe it was never meant to play music.
DeWitt, where have you been this whole time?
Oh my God. She's got a knife.
Get off me, you lunatic! Hold him! Hold him for Christ's sake! Call De Aroa, quick!
I believe Harry visited this exposition when he was looking for answers for my illness. Photographic film. A portable typewriter. A pulp magazine. I love Chandra Hogarth stories. These symbols are linked to the piano keys. Wow, look at the size of these stones. I've never seen Harry so angry. A rock stained with black ooze. Looks like the prototype of something. Captain Hodgson told me that knowing the lunar cycles is useful for better navigation at night. So Harry probably took this calendar from the Lady Shannon. How can someone build something like this out of stone? You always did have a good ear, Harry. What kind of doodad is this? It's well tuned. I expected no less from you, old pal. I hope you didn't borrow this slide projector from the University of Denver, old pal. Well, that cartoon was unexpected. And inexplicable. These two fellas seem to get along pretty well. I'm glad you stayed by his side. These medical tools, hair raising. The doctor was certainly well supplied with all kinds of substances. Oh dear, this doc... Some kind of improvised workshop. You made it work, Harry. Now it's my turn. This must be the highest part of... So this is the reason the ship was scavenged. What kind of machine were you building? Blowtorch. Looks like it's been used a lot. Harry isn't usually very chummy, but he really seems to like Frank. When I get back home, I'm going to read up on engineering. I've been interested in knowing how things work since I was a child. I always thought technology wasn't for me. Since this ornate structure so natural, but not man-made either. This feels ominous. Those symbols seem to indicate the height of the tide. I'm quite scared of storms. When I was a child, I used to cover myself with the sheets to not listen to the noise of thunder. I honestly doubt I'd like to cover myself with anything in here. Time to overcome my fears, I guess. I think this is the right one. A rock stained with black ooze. Looks like the proto of something. It's curious, but it's the first time since I got sick that I feel useful. Harry is depending on me, and not the other way around. What odd structure. It doesn't look like a building, though.
but we're stranded on this island. Please send help immediately. This is a distress call from the Everhart expedition. 74 nautical miles east of Tahiti. The Lady Shannon has run aground. Crew is unaccounted.
I'd better write down those numbers in my journal.
If not on its crew.
What kind of machine were you building? A burned photo. I can't make out what's in it. Must be instructions to operate this bizarre structure.
dear old pal. I think I'm getting closer to understanding what is happening to you, but it is taking a toll on my sanity. As fascinating as this island and its ancient and unfathomable wonders may seem, it's also a place plagued with misfortune and calamities. We lost Roy at the campsite. We almost lost our engineer on this beach. The doctor went mad and stabbed him with a strange knife. And all because of this island, Nora. Initially, we were optimistic and in high spirits, but now we've all become resentful and discouraged. Even I can feel how I am constantly assaulted by dark thoughts. Anyway, if what I am going through here helps me find you a cure, it'll have been worth it. I hope to find an answer in the temple on that mountain peak. Love you always, Harry.
Poor Harry. He is worried, exhausted, disheartened. Wow. Let's see what the next one does. Whew, that was quite a hike. I'm at the top of the mountain. I can see that giant diamond-shaped thing really close from here. Took me a while to get here, but the views are worth it. These drops of rain are so refreshing. Feels really good. Are these figures singing like a choir? They built all this just with pieces from the beached ship. Frank sure must be a real whiz. They built loudspeakers on top of this tower to reproduce the effect of the organ. Very. His low spirits are obvious in this photo. What was wrong with Frank? He looks... Nakal? So this is like Atlantis, but in the Pacific Ocean, right? Harry's convinced the answer to my illness lies inside that temple. Oh no! Frank died. Oh, Frank had a daughter named Evangeline. What a darling. So Frank fought in the Great War. There are some sort of sound devices built around this amphitheater. Heavens, looks like a rock slide crushed all the tents. All but one. So I guess you used the
Can you
notes.
turn it on, Cass?
Please, sir, we should not do this.
Not now.
Haven't we had enough warnings, Mr. Everhart? What else do we need? Another death?
Listen to me. Frank lost his life setting this whole thing up. So we're not going to discuss it anymore. We're going to activate it, period. Is that clear enough for you?
Caillou. Hey, Ma!
Fine. Same to you. Please, Cass, activate.
1212, testing. Nope, doesn't work.
Yes. It's working. Come on. Yes. It's working!
Is there something wrong, Harry?
The ground is shaking. No!
No, our tent!
I told you, Everhart. You damn fool! You're going to kill us all!
Turn it off! Turn it off! All right. Can you turn it on, Cass?
Please.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime gal. No power. There's a symbol inside. I like singing so much. Harry and I often sang together. When my condition got worse, Harry thought it wasn't a good idea to make unnecessary efforts. And we stopped singing. Did these stone columns just vibrate? Amazing! The hatches are opening. Now the wheel is moving. These levers connect those gears. to direct the wheel's energy into the turbine. That was easy. These buttons seem to adjust the amount of energy that goes through the turbine. That should give the turbine some energy. Blood-soaked rags. A Bible. It must have belonged to Frank. He thought it was... I did it. Now everything should be powered. I'm really sorry about Frank. Harry doesn't have many friends. When you finally do get to know him, he's so witty, so funny. A loving person, but it takes a lot for him to open up. Oh, what? Did I do something wrong? Come on, work! Come on! Now what? What's happening this time? Where am I? I can feel the fever rising. Oh God, no. My illness. Is it coming back? Was this an ocean? An ocean that dried up? My cane? No. I would rather die than use that damned thing again. They are so dry. I need to find water. My bed. And how many times did I think I was going to die lying in this bed? I'd better find some shade before I dry right up. The horseshoe-shaped pillar. And that diamond shape again. I can't take much more of this. I feel woozy. Is that a house? That's not a house. That's our house in Englewood. Am I dreaming? Or am I just losing my mind? Harry? Are you home? I miss you so much, old pal. picnic with Harry's brother and sisters. I started wearing gloves shortly after that day. I am definitely losing my mind. I don't understand what is happening, Harry. Are you... Harry gave me this necklace after one of his scavenger hunts. It's a photo of my mother and me. She had just gone well. The happiest day of my life. My mother's music box. Yet it... Cousin Robert? But I don't have any cousins. Checkmate in 3 moves. The Everhart twosome. What a duo. What a sweet melody. What was that? Another vivid dream? And my music box again, but it wasn't broken anymore. And what a catchy tune. One, two, 1, 2, testing. Nope, doesn't work. I haven't sung since I got sick, but let's give it a shot. Was quite a show. This feels like hallowed ground. Are they bathing him in black ooze? His hands are changing, like in my dream. Look at those spots. They look like mine. Now he's some sort of man-fish? Fish of every size and shape. This looks like the same kind of elevator that was in the campsite. These patterns look too familiar. She sounds worried, Faye. Where is this taking me? Looks like I'm inside the giant fish head that I saw from below.
My dear old pal. Nora. I wish I could write something else, but a long time ago I promised you I would never lie to you. So here goes. There is no cure for your illness. What you carry in your blood is changing you, and it will keep changing you until it's done, whatever that means. There is nothing we can do to stop it. My dear old pal, my partner, the love of my life, I am so sorry. I've made so many mistakes. All those deaths because of me. Frank, DeWitt, Roy. All for nothing. Maybe Teodoro is right. Maybe we can return to the beach and build a raft to get back to Papeete. Maybe in less than a month, I could be back.
There's no cure? But he didn't finish the letter. What did you do, Harry? Where are you? I know for sure that you didn't go back home, so what? What do I do now? Are you still on the island? I have to find you. God's blood. Does this mean that... is this... So that's how you mark the symbol's orientation. I'm starting to understand this language. This one was really hard to figure out. Good job, Harry. Well done, Harry. Boy, am I lucky that you did the hard part of figuring things out. John McCormack's Dear Old Pal of Mine? Our favorite song. I've seen this symbol in the mural several times. I guess it can be applied to both water and black ooze. Harry marked this symbol for a reason. I'd better write it down. Harry threw a bottle against the wall. Was it because he was frustrated for not deciphering this? Or because of what he discovered when he did? A broken liquor bottle. Is this Harry's? He hates booze. A complex pattern. It's amazing how words and symbols can keep their meaning after thousands of... This is the right combination. It appears Harry didn't advance any further. Those are drums of some sort. said it didn't work for him, so it shouldn't work for me either. Unless there's something different about my hand. Anyway, Nora, you know what you've got to do. Definitely not a dream. And I'm starting to doubt the others were dreams too. I should be scared, but it's hard to explain what I feel, but it isn't fear. Not a bit. Another one of those gates, like the one I saw in the temple. I'm back to being me. It's hard for me to understand how these gates work. What happens every time I cross one of them? Another panel of this strange technology. What's it for? Something related to the currents? Wow. The island is pierced by underground currents. That architecture again. Where is this gate going to lead me now? What a quiet and peculiar place. I wonder who used to live here. I understood that.
We slaves, masters,
Heaven, slaves and masters and... Nukal. Wasn't Nukal in the notes? Although they are the same style, these huts are much simpler than the magnificent architecture I've seen up to now. Whoever the inhabitants were, they were living here against their will. Someone vandalized this mural. Some hands look human, but others are amphibian hands. There are some hand marks made with pigments. I wonder if they mean something. I better draw them just in case.
is gone. Black blood.
Is that black blood the same thing as the black ooze? How can I explain what's happening to me? What is the meaning of all this? God's blood, transformation, eternal life. I feel like I'm going through what was written in that inscription.
Master's ritual to slaves. Black blood in eyes.
Black blood in eyes, like in the well.
Some slaves die. Some slaves now water animal.
Water animal. Is that what I am now? This civilization used these devices to raise and lower the water level. It's impressive. They rebelled against their masters. The slaves seemed to worship two gods. This looks like an altar dedicated to two figures. I can hear them talking to me. Isn't this the tiara from... wait, I can't remember the name of my hometown. So these creatures are immortal?
We, Father and Mother, pray to God. Come to punish.
The sunken continent. Was that their punishment? Different types of creatures of the same species lived here, but they weren't free. My illness has kept me from being happy. What I feel now is the complete opposite of being sick. I feel full of life and energy, even better than before my illness. Now the water level is really low, so I can access that tunnel. These creatures lived like slaves. All their lives imprisoned and tortured in this place. Was it possible to live a decent life in here? If you've lived all your life in a prison, how would you know that you are a prisoner? Now I can enter this tunnel. I wonder where it will take me. That was quite a ride, but it's over now. That ladder. Someone set up camp in here. Looks like a means of transportation to get to that sanctuary. Seems to show two possible courses of action. One means transformation, and the other means death? What is this? This... Oh my god! Did I almost forget about a sanctuary? Harry, was that where you went? Oh dear, poor people. Is this why I'm changing too? You followed the river from the temple summit, and it took you some days to find this entrance. Somebody painted these symbols on the wall.
My dear old pal. It's only Cass and me now. I have much to thank her for, even if our friendship is worn thin due to hunger and fatigue. If she hadn't insisted so much, we'd never have convinced Teharoa. He guided us as we followed the river down from the mountain peak. And that's how we found this entrance. And the mural. Maybe I can't undo what's happening to you, Nora, but I think I can try to become like you. The original inhabitants of this island took slaves to a sanctuary. And there, they performed a ritual. Teharoa said the ritual was madness, and he didn't want any part of it. He and Cass argued, violently. When we woke up the next morning, he had left. I know it sounds strange, but you have to trust me, my love. I know this is going to work, and we can be together. You understand what that means, don't you, Nora? We have a second chance. With more love than ever, Harry.
Harry? What ritual are you talking about? Why on earth would you want to become like me? Please don't be a fool. You don't even know if that ritual of yours is going to work. So the guide left the expedition. That would explain the workshop on the White Sand Beach, where I arrived. Harry, that look on your face. You look deranged. They seem to loathe each other. She doesn't seem to care much about Harry. And she doesn't seem to... You followed the river from the temple summit, and it took you some days to find... This panel looks different from the others. It's much more elaborate. This must be my transportation to the sanctuary. It all makes sense. Nothing bad is going to happen to me here, as menacing as this place might look. The island, the ooze, those sea creatures. They're just defending themselves, like a wild animal against an unknown threat. That's how they perceived the expedition, like a threat. But I, on the other hand, I wasn't a threat. And I definitely wasn't unknown, was I? They seemed to recognize me, as if I was one of their own. Everything seems so distant now, as if I first stepped on that white beach thousands of years ago. A full moon? It can't be. Yesterday was a new moon. Did I lose track of time, or... Maybe this place isn't subject to the laws of physics. That's the only explanation I can find for this surreal night. It's hard to believe everything is real. Maybe it isn't. Maybe I'll open my eyes sometime and I'll be back in our home in Inglewood and everything will be as before. My perfectly ordinary life with Harry. My daily routines. My illness. That will be as before too. And then I'll need to shake off this strange feeling that I have now. Feeling that I don't really belong there anymore. And with there, I don't mean Englewood, or Boston, or Newburyport. I mean... How is it possible that the strange events of only 2 days on this island makes more sense to me than the life that I've been living for years? There it is. The sanctuary. So is this where you went, Harry? Was this your last stop? My God. This syringe has traces of black ooze. What the hell were you thinking? Black ooze on a petri dish. Oh my goodness. And the gun barrel is empty. There's a bullet hole in here. Trail of blood. Someone was hurt. A woman's earring stained with blood. My God, Harry, what did you do to her? Another camp. Although it's little more than a few things scattered. Harry, what is this? Looks like the Rambling. Heavens. This dagger looks exactly like the one I have. Was the blood of these creatures some sort of catalyst? A library? What are you talking about, Harry?
My dear old pal. I never should have trusted Cass. I thought she cared about you, but she's just mad, obsessed with this place. I can't trust her to help me overcome the last obstacle. This door. I know how to open it. But what I have to do is mix my blood with the black ooze. Am I mad for even considering that? It's the only way we can be together. It has to work, right? All this can't be a coincidence. The ritual is made for the two of us, isn't it, Nora? I wish you could be here to... Damn it. I have to think it over. I can't. Tomorrow. Leave it for tomorrow. Damn it. Stop writing.
What are you saying, Harry? Don't you see what the black ooze does? What it did to the doctor? Are you out of your mind? This mural seems to describe a ritual involving blood. That dagger. Harry asleep in his tent. What a creepy photograph. Oh my, she sounds completely out of her mind. Let's give it a try. Ouch! Oh! Ah! What was that? Looks like a tattoo, but it isn't. Those are my spots. They've moved. So, Moby Dick. Its pages are hollowed out, and its shape is... These patterns look too familiar. Oh, I really hope this works. he's behind that door, I wonder which Harry I'll find. How much would be left of the man I love? And how much of the man who has lost his sanity in this place? Constellations and stars. These people seem to worship otherworldly gods. Where is this door leading me? Those stone statues seem to rotate with this switch. I wonder what all these papers are riddled with incoherent doodles. They carried these people here to test them, like a challenge of some sort. Where is this door leading me? I wonder what this means. It's a pentagon-shaped symbol with channels in its edges. What was it used for? The stars are aligned, forming a constellation that I don't recognize. That is not the same sky you can see from Earth. And if that's not the Earth's sky, where am I now? Circular stones with strange carved symbols. These icons on the wheel are the same as the constellations I have on my hand. They took them to a throne room. That was the final step in the ritual. What an odd structure, riddled with nooks and crannies and endless stairways. Maybe it only hurts the first time. Ah! The second also hurts. When I arrived on this island, I felt like I was trespassing. But now, I feel like this is where I belong. This place is like a labyrinth. They were submerged in black ichor. Harry seems to be on the brink of madness. But I don't feel the slightest hint of confusion. On the contrary, I feel my mind is more focused than ever. Oh, come on. One more time. Another one of those gates. I have to get into the water again. I can feel the torment of the thousands of slaves who perished here. that! Again. All the doors are open, but where is the constellation I need to open the throne room? I think I can feel the agony of the slaves, their suffering, and the effects of their transformation. It's horrifying. Black and white figures. Good doggies, or dragons, whatever you are. That's the creature I saw in my dreams. He's holding on to a gigantic black stone monolith. He is Father Dagon. come on. One more time. What was that? A vision to another world? Or a vision of the future? The door to the sanctuary's open. It's time to find out what's waiting for me inside. What a disturbing mirror. Is it made of black ichor? I feel like it is speaking to me. Oh, heavens! My God. Nothing that happens here appears to respect the most basic rules of physics. However, as strange as it may be, it does maintain a peculiar harmony. Like the workings of a clock, or a music box. Harry, is that you? No, 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 no! Tell me this isn't you, Harry. It can't be you. It can't be. No, no, no. Why did you do it? Oh my God, Harry, no! In the end, you performed the ritual. You poor fool. But why? I don't understand it. Why? You knew it. You knew it wasn't going to work. You knew the ritual wasn't going to work. That's why you never sat on the throne. You didn't even perform the ritual, did you, Harry? But you wanted me to think that you had. You even left a lure to confuse me. But why? What really happened? The only person with you in that sanctuary beach was Cassandra. So if you didn't die, it had to be her. Did she use the dagger to open the gates and carry out the ritual? You tried to stop her, but it was too late. She shot you with your own gun and left you for dead, didn't she, Harry? Because Cassandra was ambitious and would stop at nothing to uncover the secrets here. The island fueled that hunger for knowledge. You had doubts about whether the ritual would work. But what happened to Cassandra cleared up those doubts. The ritual wasn't for people like you. The ritual was only for people like me. But you refused to believe it until the island itself spoke directly to you. Hacha Falgafen. She is our daughter. That's when you finally understood. You understood what my fate would be if I didn't come here and carry out the ritual. A slow and painful death. So you faked your own demise and left your glasses near Cassandra's corpse. Those same glasses you never take off. And you sent me the package from Tahiti, Harry. Your picture, the key, the dagger. Another one of your scavenger hunts. And I took the bait. You made me come to this island, the same island where you almost lost your mind and your life. The same island where 4 members of your expedition perished. Why did you deceive me, Harry? You said you would never lie to me. Why didn't you tell me the truth? Why did you do this to me? Because you knew that I would never accept my fate if it meant leaving you. Right, my love? Not even if staying with you would mean a slow and painful death. So the only way to get me to leave you was to make me believe you were dead. And you chose to live a life without me, so I could be who I really am. That's why you tried to deceive me. But I know you too well, my dear old pal. We've had so many years together, so many moments of love, happiness, understanding, friendship, a whole beautiful life with you. I know what you tried to do, but I can't let you make this decision for me, Harry. Either I embrace my fate and accept what I've always been, and leave you behind, or I reject it and return home with you to relish the time that my illness gives us. It's my decision to make. You were right about one thing, Harry. I would never accept my fate if it meant leaving you. I know who I really am and where I belong. I know fate has eternal life in store for me, but an eternal life without you is worthless, meaningless. So I choose the slow and painful death. I'm going back home. You staged this ruse because you love me. I've seen and heard everything this island has to offer, and I'm not interested. But true love is reciprocal. So I'm also making this decision because I love you. Our love is greater than fate, lineage, or all the pain I can suffer. whatever time we have left, we'll spend together. When the time comes, it will be your hand that holds mine. And those beautiful blue eyes will be the last thing I see before I leave.
So, you didn't find your husband on that island, Mrs. Everhart?
I did find my husband. He wasn't on the island, though.
But what have you been doing these 3 days? What did you find there?
I don't know. The truth about myself, I suppose. And at the same time, the reason to go back home.
I don't think I follow you.
Have you ever been in love, Captain Hodgson?
In love? You mean like in a romance novel?
No, that's fiction, Captain. In real life, true love stories don't end with a wedding. They end with a funeral. And the only thing that eases that final moment of heartbreaking sadness are all the good memories lived together.
Honestly, I don't think I've ever felt anything like that, Mrs. Everhart. But if you love your husband that much, he's certainly a lucky man.
We are both lucky. We had a really good life. But that's not my life anymore, is it, Harry? Not after what I've been through on this island. Not after all I've found out about myself. I can't fool myself anymore. I have to accept what I truly am and leave you behind. I'm going back home. What a lovely melody. I don't believe I've ever heard more than a few notes. Until now. For years I thought I was sick. But the truth is, I was homesick. My poor health, the pain, the suffering. It was all because of how far I was from here. This key just appeared out of the blue. Everything seems so far away now. No trace of pain, no trace of sickness. Nothing besides this place. It's so pleasant to forget everything else. Nothing matters anymore. I'm finally one of the thousands of minds connected to the Ichor. Connected with the Elder God. Goodbye, Harry.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
1, 2, don't forget the harmony. 1, 2, 3.
All my life is empty since I went away. Skies don't seem to be so clear. May some angel sentry guard you while I stray, and fate be kind to join us some sweet day. Oh, how I miss you, dear old pal of mine. Each night and day I pray you're always mine. Sweetheart, may God bless you. Angel hands caress you, while sweet dreams rest you, dear old pal of mine.
Dearie, I'm so lonely. How I miss your smile and your tender loving way. I just want you only, want you all the while. May God decree I have you back someday. Oh, how I miss you, dear old pal of mine. Each night and day I pray you're always mine. Sweetheart, may God bless you. Honey, are you all right?
I'm fine, Harry, don't worry. I can keep going.
No, listen, let's leave it for today. You shouldn't make any unnecessary efforts.
Really, darling, I'm fine.
You need to rest, Nora. Come on, I'll take you to bed. Even today, so many years later, I still doubt whether I did the right thing. In the end, it didn't matter. You returned home and forgave my deception. We moved close to the sea and had a few more good years, didn't we? Until you left me at one sunny March morning. I wish I could be reunited with you. But fate has punished me with a long and sorrowful life, with no other incentive than my work, because that is the only thing I have now, my dear old pal.